Thank you for calling University Walmart Supercenter where you save money to live better. How may I direct your call?
Yes, ma'am. I need somebody to run over to the pharmacy aisles there and check for a product for me.
The pharmacy?
Well, it's not the actual pharmacy. I mean, just somebody that can go look out in the aisles, and see if there's something in there that I'm looking for.
Well, what are you looking for?
Just a circumcision cream, and I want to see if it's still on sale.
We don't have circumcision stuff here.
No. Circumcision cream. Did she just say No, ma'am, not circumcision.
Hold on, please.
Thank you.
How can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I need somebody to go over to the pharmacy aisle and see if they have any more of the circumcision cream and if it's still on sale, please.
Okay, what's the name of that?
Circumcision cream?
I'm not even sure what that is.
It's a cream.
Well, no, I know, but do you know if it has a name, another name other than circumcision? Because I don't know where to look for it. I don't really
I
work
think
in
it's
pharmacy.
I think it's put out by Equate. I'm not real sure, but I think it's like the third aisle in. When you come through the doors there, it's called circumcision cream. It'll say it right on it.
All right, I'll go look, but I'm not sure I know where it is, so it'll take a while. Do you mind holding?
I don't mind holding. It should be right within like the first, I want to say 1 or 2 aisles from like the main entrance there. You know, and you go in the right hand side's the pharmacy. I think it's only like 2 aisles down that way.
Is it from the coming in the door up?
Yeah.
Or
coming in the building.
Okay, I'll go look. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello. I can't find it in that aisle. And I looked down the other aisles too, and I couldn't find it.
You didn't see a big tube, it's like a white tube, and it just says Equate circumcision cream.
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, do you guys have somebody that works the tool section as well?
And the tools, like hardware?
Yeah, I need to look about some, tin snips.
We should have somebody on, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
You have to call back on the main line, because I can't transfer the call.
Is there any way you'd be willing to look for me? It's kind of important. I don't want to go too far into detail, but my grandfather's got an infection on a rather sensitive part of the body.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctors were saying because of his age, he's almost 80, he's getting ready to turn 80 this year, that to basically perform the circumcision was going to be about $15,000. And we simply don't have the money.
I hope you're not planning on doing this. Oh, that's awful.
Well, I mean, he's on board with it. He understands that, he's not going to live ever anyhow, and he doesn't, my grandmother's been passed for years, so he doesn't really use that thing for anything but, going to the potty. And he just doesn't want to see us use the $15,000 out of our inheritance. He'd rather us just take care of this.
Is it an infection he has?
Yeah, bad.
Have you been to the doctors just to get a cream or something for it?
Yeah, they gave him some cream for it, but the cream's just about gone, and they said the only thing that was really going to stop this from happening again would be a circumcision.
Right? I hope you're not planning on doing that on him.
Well,
That'd be horrible.
Well, we are planning on doing that. You know, we're trying to do it the safest way possible. But I mean, it needs to be done.
Yeah. What do you want in the tool shop?
Just a pair of tin snips.
What?
They're called tin snips. They're put out normally by a company called Klein, Cleen, even though it doesn't really sound like Klein, but that's how they spell it. But just a pair of tin snips should work. It should be sharp enough.
Tin snip?
Yeah, tin snips.
See if I can get someone to talk to you up there. I'll go down there and ask them to pick up on line 1, okay?
All right, thank you. I just need the sharpest thing possible so that, I mean, for obvious reasons, you know.
All right, hold
on. Got to love Walmart.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Is the other lady that I was just speaking with still with us?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, did she tell you a little bit about what's going on?
She told me a little tiny bit, but maybe you should just start over.
Okay, my grandfather has, and I don't want to go too far into detail just because I don't want to be inappropriate with you or nothing like that, you know.
Okay.
But my grandfather's got an infection on a pretty sensitive part of the body.
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm talking about. He's 80 years old. My grandmother's been passed for a lot of years, so he just, only for going to the bathroom, you know. So we went and saw the doctor. He gave us this cream, and he said, you know, ultimately the only thing that's going to stop this from being a reoccurring problem would be circumcision.
Okay.
So we talked to a couple of different surgery centers throughout Maine, and it usually averages out to right around $15,000 to $17,000. Mostly because of his age, and he would have to be put under for it to their standard.
Yep.
So basically, he asked us if, you know, we wanted to do it ourselves because he didn't want to use all the grandkids' inheritance money or any of it really for something like that. We gave him some time to think about it, and he still says just let's get it taken care of. I guess it's bothering him real bad. So we need to find like a pair of tin snips or something to that degree. Whatever you, I'm open to suggestions, I guess.
As far as I would know, this sounds like it really needs to be a surgical procedure by a trained professional. So I really wouldn't be comfortable telling you anything that you should use or even recommending going through with this procedure.
Well, we're gonna have to do. I understand, you know, just from a legality sense of point of view, I guess you not wanting to suggest anything. Can you tell me if you guys sell tin snips?
I can safely say that we don't sell anything that would be used for that, and I think the only thing we do have would be like some scissors for like first aid kits.
I see those ones. I think. Are you talking about with the flat bottom on them?
I don't really know because I've never really used them, but
I think those are for cutting like cloth and cutting bandages and stuff.
but
I know it sounds awkward, sir, and I'm believe me, we're not looking forward to doing it ourselves, but we don't want to leave him suffering. He refuses to spend the money on the surgery, you know.
Right.
He says he wants a bottle of Jack and just to cut the outer layer off, I guess.
Right.
It can't be that hard.
I don't know. But this might be one of those things where you. I really don't know what to say. I'll be honest with you. Just because, I don't know. I really wouldn't recommend doing this at all. I understand that he's in pain, but it sounds like it could go terribly wrong very easily.
No, believe me, sir, he's elderly anyhow. I mean, he's not going to use that thing for anything but going to the men's room.
I know, but even still, it sounds like there's a lot of variables that could probably happen.
I see. Well, just on the safe side of things, could you just check and see if you guys have tin snips?
I'm sorry?
Would you mind just checking and seeing if you guys have tin snips?
Yeah, I suppose.
This is so wrong. He's going to look for tin snips for my grandfather's circumcision.
It sounds like it's really real, but I don't know if it's. Yeah, I've been trying to find. Hello?
Yeah.
I went and asked somebody from hardware, and they said that we don't carry them.
All right. How late do you figure Home Depot is open? They probably have more industrious tools.
Probably.
Or some kind of little
not sure about that.
some kind of little saw might even work better.
I really don't think that would work either. But I think they close probably around 10.
Okay. I guess the last thing we need is just rubbing alcohol. I'm kind of assuming you guys sell it. Is there a way I can find out for sure?
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
I said the last thing that I just need to find out about. I kind of assume you guys have it, but is rubbing alcohol for after we do it. Obviously, we need to sterilize it.
Yeah, we do carry that. It's a couple dollars.
I guess just pour it on there, right? Just to whatever cut there is or wound, you just pour it on there to sterilize.
I can't say whether yes or no. But
And we have to do something to sterilize it, right?
I can't really say.
I see. I see.
Yeah, I know with most typical wounds, it is safe to sterilize before and after and during. But that's more for if it's a wound.
I see. And one other thing I thought of that might be handy, you know that these little things you snap apart and you wave them under somebody's nose, and if they, lose consciousness or something, it snaps them right up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I've seen them in movies, and we don't sell them here.
Where might I find something like that? Just because, I mean, he's going to drink heavily before we do this. A, for pain, B, to kind of just, I guess, get himself psychologically ready.
Maybe like the Army surplus store, they might have something like that.
Okay. They might have some good sized knives, too. All right. Well, hey, I thank you so much for your time.
Okay, yep, you have a good night. Bye.
Good luck.